Well, good morning, everybody. It's Bob Negen. I am your host, and this is Coronavirus and the Independent Retailer, episode 49. So I have a confession to make. I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit, right? Normally I get up, I'm so enthusiastic about doing this podcast. The night before, I've got something to say to you. I got something I want to share with you. I got something that inspired me from the Whiz Bang Retailers Facebook page, and I don't know. Yeah, last night I had a bad night. This morning I haven't had a particularly good morning. I mean, I've gotten some stuff done. Tucker and I went for a walk in the woods. I made a real retail TV. I'm just kind of flat. I just don't have the enthusiasm that I usually have. I don't have the enthusiasm that I want to have. And I know that all of you are experiencing the same thing at one time or another. You know, this is long and it's been hard, and the uncertainty just kind of wears at you. And so normally, you know, I've got a big set of notes. I've thought it all through. I walked the dog and, you know, sort of rehearse it in my mind. But today I just have, I don't know, a couple lines of notes, and I just thought I'd talk to you about where I am and maybe what I'm going through and what I'm thinking will be helpful to you today. I think the important thing right now, or for me, so I'm speaking for me, and maybe it will help you. Important thing for me right now is just to recognize that this is the long haul, right? This is the long haul. That, you know, when we started this podcast, I always started, we're one day closer to the end. And I don't know that there is an end here. I really don't. I have my brother-in-law is a scientist. I have a friend from Canada who's a scientist, and both of them say, don't see a vaccine in sight. Don't see a miracle cure. What they see is this being the new normal. And Susan and I were talking about that this morning. And she was talking about an article that she read in The Atlantic a while ago. And it wasn't about the coronavirus. It was before the pandemic. But it was about a man who was in concentration camps in World War II. And he survived. And he survived by recognizing that there was the end. He stayed focused on the end. He knew that there was an end, that something would change. And he did well. He did very well with it. But the people who didn't do well, the people who perished, always focused on a date. Oh, this was going to end by Easter. This is going to end by Christmas. This is going to end by my anniversary or birthday. And then they died of broken hearts when it didn't end when they wanted, in the way that they wanted. And so I think, so when we talk about an end, I'm not talking about it being back to normal. I just want, there's just a normal that I'm not feeling right now, and it's giving me a sense of foreboding, and I apologize. But guess what? Tomorrow or the next day, I'll be better. Because that's what we do, right? I'm sharing with you because I know that you probably experience the same thing that I'm experiencing right now sometimes. So what I'm talking about there is we have to manage our expectations. What do I mean by that? You can't expect to be Superman or Superwoman every day. I can't expect to be the most optimistic, enthusiastic person every day. I have to allow myself to feel how I feel sometimes. Okay? The other thing is, it's okay to feel the way that you feel, and I've expressed that several times. So last night I started going into this funk, and, I was like, oh man, I got to snap out of this. Maybe I'll do my Tony Robbins power move. And it's like, no, it's okay to feel this way sometimes. So we have to recognize that when you go through a pandemic that lasts months, when your life is filled with uncertainty, you're going to have those bad times, and just experience them. Just take them in, lean into them a little bit. That's what I'm doing today. I'm doing it here with you right now. I'm just leaning into the fact that this sucks today, and maybe by expressing what I'm going through to you, it'll help you, and by leaning into it with you, it'll help me. That's what I'm hoping for here. The other thing I think is real important, so experience it, lean into it. It's okay. This shit sucks. It's okay. It's okay to feel the way that you feel. It's not okay to feel this way forever, but you got to allow yourself to experience it. The other thing, and I know this is a big part of it for me, is I haven't been able to rest. It's important for me to rest. You know, normally we take 2 long vacations every year. And we were supposed to go to Hawaii. It was going to be the trip of a lifetime. You know, the boys are, the family's kind of breaking up. Joe goes to Michigan. Sammy's going to go to the University of Montana. I'm sorry, Montana State University. Go Cats! But, everybody's going to be on different schedules. And this was the year that we were all going to sort of, and maybe the last time that we had that same schedule, we were going to go on a 2.5-week trip to Hawaii, and then the pandemic, screwed that all up. But that was my opportunity to rest. I work hard, and I think about you guys a lot. I'm engaged with you a lot. This work is important to me. I work hard at it, but it takes energy, and I didn't get a chance to rest in it. Hasn't been good. Hasn't been good. So last weekend we went to Mackinac, and that was good. But this week is Memorial Day, so I have 3 days, and that's good. But I'm just sharing with you that I need some rest. And you probably need some rest. So be proactive about getting rest, taking some time off. And I've got 2 wonderful sons who are easy to live with. They eat a lot of food, but they're easy to live with. I can't imagine if you're trying to run a business and trying to educate your kids and trying to manage or co-manage a household at the same time. I can't imagine how tired you are. So what I'm suggesting to you is you may not be able to go on a trip. You may not even be able to get out of you may not even be able to go to a hotel and spend the night away from everybody and unplug. But do something. Go for a long walk in the woods. Go for a long ride in a car. Take care of yourself. You are important. And that's why I'm just really looking forward to this long weekend. I'm glad we're not going to Mackinac. Mackinac is our favorite place. It's the place that we really, it triggers a relaxing response when I walk in the front door of our cottage up there. But I'm glad we don't have to drive 4 hours up, pack and drive 4 hours up, and pack and drive 4 hours back. Need a chance to rest, The other thing that I have here is, and something that I'm starting to do, but have not done as well as I could and should, that I'm sharing with you. Again, I'm just speaking out loud here, is it's important to develop good habits. It's important to manage your bad habits. So I was getting out of shape. My energy was running low, so I rehired my personal trainer 2.5 weeks ago. And, it's virtual. I'm in the garage. We're on a Skype call. But it's made a great, great, great deal of, it's meant a lot to me. I feel a lot better when I work out. So I'm encouraging you to do what I did and say, hey, what habits did I have that made me happy? And how can I get back in those habits? I've fallen out of my meditation habit. That's a bad call. So take a look at your habits and say, what habits are serving me through this pandemic? And what habits are not serving me in this pandemic? And then just recognize that we're in this for potentially a long time. And we need to find ways to make it through. Not only make it through, but make it through with style. I guess that's where I'm coming. That's why, like I said, I'm sorry I didn't plan this a little more. I'm just speaking from my heart. But I don't want to survive this. I want to survive this with style. I want to come out of this thing better than I was when we came in. I don't want this to be some big black blotch in my life. I want this to be an experience that I experienced and I came out better, a better person, a better business person, a person who's able to serve you better because of it. And that takes some thoughtfulness. That takes some reflection. And in order to reflect and be thoughtful, typically I need to find a place to rest. That's what my vacations are for. That was what Hawaii was for. That's why we go to the cottage every year. Just to sit on the dock and not think about things. Just rest. Just let my brain rest. So, geez. I understand that this has been a little bit rambly. And I guess I am good with that. I kind of knew it was going to be that when I started, because I didn't know what to say, but I know how I felt and I know how I feel, and I just thought I'd share that with you. And I want to tell you something else, that sharing it with you has made me feel a lot better. So for that, I thank you. All right. I guess I don't have anything else to say. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you giving me the space to share this with you, and I hope that you find it helpful. Bye.